Welcome to the Grizzled Geek Podcast. I'm Mike.
I'm Doug.
And we're back, guys. We're back. I mean, triumphant comeback, guys. After
Sorry, that was my...
That was your... Okay, I was like, wow.
The
Back in here.
holocran makes a bunch of noise.
All right, guys. So, first off, thank you for joining us in our triumphant comeback.
I thought you said don't call it a comeback.
That's true. Don't call it a comeback. We're here doing stuff. We just, have been posting. So a few things have happened that kind of cascaded into us not putting out anything for several weeks.
Yeah.
And we're going to tell you a little bit about that. But first off, I want to thank all of our listeners out there. I know we've had a problem this year since February getting the episodes out there on to our iTunes. For some reason the uploads are not working. I think I've got that fixed now. So
is it just iTunes?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think it was. Well, no, it was for Libsyn.
Libsyn was messed up.
Hey, Kyle, how's it going, guys? Yeah. So, I know you guys are probably wondering, where have we been? 1. 2, Mike, what happened to your magnificent beard? Well, I had to shave it. There's a story of woe to be told. I've been down sick for a while. And when I say sick, I mean, I've had some kind of weird allergic reaction that blew me up like that kid from Willy Wonka. So, because it's, I'll show you what it looked like here. Here we go. Boom! Look at that. This is the last. Yeah, it's the last of the glorious beard. Last day of the glorious beard. So yeah, for some reason I got all swollen up. Like I had like welts all over my body. I had allergic reaction. My eye was swollen shut. You can see my earlobe there, like a balloon, and my jaw was all kind of swollen. So in order to get the topical cream on, they had to shave my beard. Mm-hmm. Which, they thankfully left me my mustache, which, caused the whole creepy, I look like Ron Jeremy with just a mustache. I got to say that, guys. It's not, I'm not proud of it. I'm not saying, I'm not trying to brag, but that's who I look like with just a mustache. So I'm 2 weeks in getting the beard back. I was in a hospital for that weekend. Been on meds since then. I was down with, at the end of that recovery, I got down with an infection that I'm just now getting over. So, yeah, I got laid out for like 3 weeks straight. In the meantime, while that was happening to me, Shane's computer blew up. So he came to me. He's like, "Hey, could you come in here and take? Does this smell like burnt electronics to you?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's burnt electronics. You might want to shut everything off." So he has got to get a whole new rig, which unfortunately he had to be getting a whole new rig. He had to upgrade because he was on like the cusp of the last gen. So he's got to get basically a whole new rig. But the problem is that the graphics cards are none to be had right now.
Pretty much unattainable, yeah.
Yeah, so we're down a computer. So, and we've got several Ruby videos that we haven't been able to edit.
Right, yeah.
So he's going to be working on that. So hopefully he'll have one here in a month or so up and ready to go. In the meantime, I'm doing more editing, but it's taking a while. So we're getting the stuff out, guys, just slowly but surely. Also, we've kind of slowed down on the gaming side of things. Doug, what happened to your prolific
yeah, it's a little harder
video?
To... It's been a little... Well, one, I took a vacation, so I went out of town for 3 days. But, yeah, the 2 videos a week was a little hard to maintain with 2 jobs. So I'm trying to get it back to once a week, but And I'll have a lot more to come soon because third edition Age of Sigmar has been announced. So there'll be a lot ramping up to that. We're getting a new Vampires, Soulblight, Gravelords, I guess they're called now. Book comes out tomorrow. So I'll be doing a review of that. So we'll get back. The gaming stuff is coming back. It's just been hard to dedicate the time to it.
Yep. So we've been here, guys. It's not a comeback. We've been doing it. Now we're just gonna get it out to you guys. So thank you for your patience. Thanks for waiting. But there is a other triumphant comeback coming tonight as well. The return of the Absolute Geek podcast. Matt, our buddy Matt, our brother from another podcast, is premiering his new Absolute Geek podcast tonight. It starts 7:30. So after we're done, be sure to go over and check out Matt's Absolute Geek podcast, the new improved Absolute Geek podcast. So we'll check it out and find out. Hey, Charlie Tango, how's it going? I missed you, buddy. But yeah, that's what's been happening with me, with us. Life happened, slapped us in the face. So now, hopefully, we'll be back on a regular basis, at least with the podcast, get it back up and running. I've actually purchased a few things for the background, so I don't look like I'm just up against a wall.
Nice.
Which I am, but
But hey, if you can have a backdrop, it'll be good.
Yeah, exactly. Something look a little better than my work computer over here. All right, so wow, Doug, what do we think? Got anything else you want to add?
No, I mean, yeah, like I said, we all kinds of stuff going. I went on vacation. I went to Disney.
Nice. How was that?
I didn't get to go in the parks, but I did get to go to downtown Disney, check out the Star Wars Trader, pick up my holocron, see if I can get Obi-Wan to talk to us. No.
This is Master ObiWan Kenobi. I regret to report that both our Jedi Order and the Republic have fallen.
All right, I don't need to do the whole message. But anyways, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So did you see the video?
What's that?
The lightsaber video?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I mean, oh my goodness. What'd you think of that?
It's very cool. It's unfortunate that you will probably never be able to buy that. It's going to be something that's part of the Galactic Star Cruiser experience in Disney World. You have to stay at the hotel to get to even experience that lightsaber. I'm 99% sure.
Wow, come on with that. They patent that thing, man.
It's too delicate for it to be a toy. I mean, it literally is, like those, if you made a tape measure out of those LED light strips.
Yeah. Yeah, that lightsaber is pretty wild. I'm like, I'm sitting there going like, I flinched at those $500 lightsabers, stuff like that. But if I had one that unfurled like that, like a regular lightsaber, I'd be like, okay, all right, got to dip into the wallet for this.
Yeah, you can buy. What's that?
I will own one if they're ever available.
Oh, right, yeah, whatever the price, it doesn't matter. Yeah,
that's my childhood right there.
Yep. You can, you can buy like legacy hilts now. You could buy blades for them too that come in and out and hold the crystals so that you can have the different colors. But they are a couple $100, if you want. They came out with Leia's, what is it, the Rise of Skywalker lightsaber she had. Old ones, like you can buy Ahsoka's, you can buy Darth Tyrannis's, you can buy Luke and Obi-Wan's, Yoda's. You can get all of those without going and doing the whole build your own lightsaber experience, but they are all 150 to 200 and some odd bucks. So
yeah, I mean,
it's a lot.
They're cool and all, and yeah, I'd probably buy one if I went to Disney, but I want the one that lights up.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry, guys, got a bit of a cough. Got to have the the Go Juice.
There you go.
Keep me lubricated. All right. Let's talk about some of the stuff that's going on. Now, man, we missed some good stories, right? Being out last 3 weeks. We missed the Phase 4 announcement, all that stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
But one of the things I want to talk about back then that is still relevant right now is convention season coming up here, right? We're going into convention season got wiped out last year, right? Because of the pandemic.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And this year it looks like we're going to get kind of like a hybrid, some conventions in person, some still online, at least for another year. And I want to talk about what conventions we're skipping, ones we're going to go to or whatever, and if we're ready for in-person conventions again, right? Or whether we should wait a little bit longer. So comic media conventions, they're going to stick to the online for at least one more year, right? So Comic-Con at home, DC Fandom, right, in July and October, respectively. They're still sticking to their online, which, Comic-Con at home kind of didn't do as well, but it was last minute, remember? They held out for last year, and then they kind of switched gears last minute. But DC Fandom was amazingly popular.
Yeah, it was well received, yeah. And I'm betting that the reason Comic-Con is at home, doing the Comic-Con at home, is they did not want to have the same thing happen this year. Even though California will be open up at that point to full-size conventions, they didn't want to go through all of the planning and then have it fall apart. And it's way too late at this point to set up an in-person convention in 3 months' time. So, there's no way that was going to happen in person at that point.
Exactly. And comic and media conventions are kind of geared towards it online, right? It works well for them. However, gaming conventions, they're a little bit different, right? They tend to need to be in person, right? Playing games with somebody else, you really kind of need to be there, right? So, like Gen Con, like Charlie Tango's here mentioned, they're in person but still deciding whether or not to go. That's a lot of people. They're doing kind of like a hybrid thing. So they're going to have online events and in-person gaming, right? It's also been pushed off to the end of summer. It's usually in July, but it's going to be at in September. So we'll see what happens to that. I'm not planning on going to Gen Con, until it's fully back, even though I'm fully vaccinated.
Right.
It's still, I'm not going, spend all the money to go for like a hybrid, partially there, partially not. Tabletop gaming conventions, they cannot be online, right? And some of the biggest have already had to cancel this year, like Adepticon, right? The LVO, Las Vegas Open. They canceled earlier this year.
Yeah, although we do know they are coming back. I mean,
they are coming back.
ITC is actively running events over the next couple of months, so that's cool.
Yeah.
But they're also doing they're socially distancing, even if the state they're going to has opened up. They're still like, we're going to spread everything out. We're going to limit the number of tickets we sell.
Yeah.
So that you can be kind of confident. GW is doing the same thing because they're going to have 3 tournaments over the second half of the year. One in August, one in October, and one in November, I think. But they're all on the southeast, so it's kind of a bummer. So you couldn't tell me this, way before, huh?
Yeah. So we're looking at fall for our first convention we're going to.
What are you planning? What do you mean? The California Open?
California Open.
SoCal Open, I should say.
SoCal Open, yeah, that's it.
Yeah, they have not announced that that's coming, but I'm hoping.
Oh, really?
It's in October normally. I'm hoping they say that they're going to do it, but I've not heard yet whether or not it's. But considering that they planned this Atlantic City Open, they've planned an event in Texas, they've already announced ticket sales for LVO next year. I'm sure they were kind of just waiting to see if California was going to open.
Yeah,
I think there's still enough time now that they've said June 15th, we're opening. They may go ahead and do that convention. So that would be cool. I hope they do.
Yeah.
But, we'll have to see.
Itching to get out of the house.
Yeah.
Also, in our local scene, we've had our first local convention coming up this coming weekend, the weekend after. I forget. I think it's
the tournament. You mean?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's next weekend.
Next weekend, yeah. So
Yeah,
finally, our local tournaments, gaming tournaments, and
it's full. Yeah,
yeah.
20-person tournament. It's full. Yeah. And people are coming from Southern California for it. At least one of the people who's coming, I know is the tournament organizer for Southern California, and he's just itching to play, so he's out for this tournament.
It's like, oh my goodness, a state away, they're opening up. All right, let's go.
Yeah.
So yeah, people. I mean, gamers are ready for it.
Yeah.
So
it's good. Yeah. I'd love to get into that. I've been doing a lot of building, but I need to do more painting if I'm gonna be ready for the tournament seasons coming up.
Yeah. I need to find my stuff since I moved. I'm like, I got my paint station all set up. I just don't have anything to paint. I'm like, oh, it all got packed away.
Oh, I'll send you some stuff.
Yeah. All right. Doug, you want to tell us a little bit about, since you're our Disney expert, our Disneyland Avengers Campus?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. We've got Avengers Campus is coming soon. I believe it's June 4th. But they've been putting out all kinds of June 4th it's opening. And I think they opened up more tickets, so you can actually get tickets for those. And the way Disney's working right now, Disneyland and California Adventure, you have to buy your tickets and then make a reservation. Currently, you still can only do that if you're an in-state California resident, but with everything opening June 15th, and they've technically still have the tier system, it might open up to outside people before then. So it's yet to be seen. It may be just California people who get to experience the grand opening. But anyways, they've shown off a lot of cool stuff. Showed up, the costumes look amazing. For they got people dressed like the wizards for the Doctor Strange encounter. They have like his Sanctum Sanctorum, and they do like a little presentation. I think it's going to be like Jedi training, where they teach you to do spells and stuff like that. Like they get the kids up there and go, okay, now do this and do that. I think that'll be cool. Their costumes look amazing. They've got a Quinjet that lights up and makes sound kind of like the X-Wing in Galaxy's Edge. There's a cool Spider-Man ride, which they just announced. You can buy the gauntlets that you wear on the ride to shoot your webs.
Oh, nice.
So you can buy those and have your own. And if you buy them, your webs shoot faster. And then you can buy extensions to them. One that's it's like electro web shooter, and the other one's like an Iron Man one that shoots repulsor blasts instead of webs or electro webs. So you can kind of kit out your own web shooters, which sounds pretty cool, but they're kind of expensive. Yeah, the base model is like $34.99, I think, and then it's like $20.99 or $24.99 or something like that to buy the add-ons to it. So it's a money maker. But so you got that. You've got the PIM test kitchen where you get like weird, like oversized or undersized food items. So it looks funny, looks cool. Yeah. So, and then they've incorporated Mission Breakout, the Guardians of the Galaxy ride, into the Avengers Campus, or it's Avengers Campus adjacent. So, and there's a lot more room there that they can do more with it in the future. Like there's a whole, like the Quinjet sits on top of a building that doesn't have really anything in it right now. So they can do more with it later, I assume.
So they got room to grow.
Yeah, they have a little bit of room to grow. Not a lot, but a little bit.
Unlike Disneyland proper.
Yeah, although they did announce that, and I don't know if we did a story on this, the Disneyland, what do they call it? It's got a weird name. It's Disneyland Future or something like that. They're still in the like early planning stages. Like they have to get the city to change zoning rules, but if they do, then And they expect that to be a 2, 3, 4 year process. And then after that, they're going to build an extension onto both parks that's on the other side of Disney Way. So there'll be a bridge over to where the hotels are. The hotels will end up being inside the parks when they do this big extension to the lands.
Wow.
But it won't be its own separate park. It'll just be extensions of the park as they currently are. So that'll be interesting.
That's pretty cool.
But it'll give us an opportunity to get a lot of stuff that we don't currently have there. Like I'm hoping we'll get like maybe the Ratatouille ride, the Tron light cycles. I'm hoping they'll actually bring into the future, into Tomorrowland.
Yeah.
But yeah, so some of those other things we might be able to get into the parks. So that'd be cool.
Yeah, it sounds awesome. Sounds like there's gonna be a reason to go back to Disney here.
Yeah.
Especially if they sell those lightsabers. Come on now.
Oh,
All
yeah,
right.
yeah. I'm looking forward to building a lightsaber.
So everybody's been talking about Amazon in talks to purchase MGM. That's the big merger.
Yeah.
However, a new merger this week is pretty much kind of has everybody talking about that because this one has major impact on streaming future going forward. So less than 5 years after the 85.4 billion acquisition of Time Warner, AT&T has announced that it is merging WarnerMedia with Discovery Incorporated to create a new company under a new name that's yet to be determined. And the deal will put WarnerMedia's subsidiaries, including Warner Brothers Pictures, HBO Max, DC Films, and networks like CNN and TBS under the same umbrella as Discovery brands like HGTV, Animal Planet, Food Network, and of course Discovery Channel. So, and this is in a direct effort, they say, to combat Disney Plus. Now,
good luck.
Yeah. Here's the thing: the deal comes with like a crazy, I think it's like a $50 billion debt included in this.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's a AT&T is letting go of WarnerMedia assets in order to refocus on telecommunications and offload some of the debt that it resulted from that expensive purchase, just a few years ago. So
they're by merger, they're selling to Discovery.
They're selling it off. They're playing this up like it's not, but this is Discovery buying WarnerMedia, and they've already fired their hatchet man who went through cleaning house at WarnerMedia. So they've come in and fired him. Some of the heads of WarnerMedia are going to still be on the board, kind of, but they're the one people in charge. Make no mistake, Discovery's in charge of WarnerMedia at this point, right? This move is also going to break up the WB games, that they were doing all the video games with. So this is going to be a whole new thing, guys. And it's going to be an attempt, like I said, again, I don't know what they're going to do. They're going to rebrand HBO Max.
Again,
I don't know what, that's just it. I don't know. And I don't know how many of the smaller companies are going to survive it.
Yeah.
Right. So they're already looking at selling off like some of this, like Crunchyroll and Rooster Teeth and some of the smaller like media companies. But, what this means for DC movies going forward or HBO Max, all they mentioned, they kept mentioning, clearly they got some issue with Disney Plus because they mentioned Disney Plus like several times during this. To combat Disney Plus, because Disney Plus is kicking their butt right now.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. What do you think of this massive merger?
I mean,
merger.
Yeah. Well, let's hope that they put somebody in charge of Warner Studios that's, got some patience.
Yeah.
And is willing to, let some things roll for a little while. And here's the thing, it's DC could be amazing.
Yeah.
But they won't ride the horse for longer than a lot. It's like they want to do the Kentucky Derby instead of like a I don't know, what's a marathon for horses, the desert ride.
Yeah.
What is the ride across the Sahara?
Oh yeah. I forget what I was talking about, though.
Yeah.
You know,
so they need, first off, like Charlie said, they need somebody like a Kevin Feige who knows what he's doing, not only on the movie side, but also with the property that they've inherited, that knows what the potential there is, and who has the vision and patience to see it through.
Right.
And not just look for their bonus.
A communication company came in, bought a media company, right? And then micromanaged them for 4.5 years to no success.
Yeah, why aren't we making tons of money? I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't understand this. Started a streaming service, micromanaged the movies into the ground, and then now they're like selling it off. Like, all right, here, you guys handle it. But at least Discovery is a media company, right? So at least,
True, but, look at the properties they already have.
Yeah.
I don't know that those necessarily lend to the... right now you hope that these people who have media experience will hire somebody who has the know-how for the content.
Yeah, Discovery is all reality TV, right?
Yeah.
They have any produced shows?
No, I don't think so. Reality shows are all produced shows, but
they're all produced. But for the most part, they're documentaries and they're, reality or nature shows, stuff like that. So
yeah, they have all the the baking shows and all that junk, right? That's all falls under their banner. I think.
Yep.
All of the is Food Network part of them?
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah, all right. But anyways, I don't pay that much attention to what Discovery has currently, but let's just put it, they couldn't be any worse than AT&T.
That's true. The bar was set so low. I can't
imagine it being lower. Yeah, the bar is set so low that almost anybody could be at least mildly successful with that.
Yeah, hopefully that's what they're... I'm just curious what they're doing like the, HBO Max to give up on that after launching it, sacrificing a year's worth of box office, basically.
One would hope they're not just giving it up. HBO is probably the most, I don't know if it's the most recognized name anymore, but it is one of the most recognized media names. Yeah. So if you can hang on to that and kind of, I don't know. This is the same thing you run into with the whole, they're running into the cable problem again.
Yeah.
You've built up this huge expanse of different streaming services that it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm excited about the Amazon MGM purchase because, I have Amazon, right? So that's one less thing I have to do. More content, more price. Yeah. I don't know. That's it. I hope not. I can't keep up with all of them. I got Netflix, Disney Plus, and Amazon, right? And after that, I'm not buying anymore.
Yeah, I can't imagine what any of these other streaming services would have to do to get. And here's the thing, guys. I am a huge Lord of the Rings fan. I'm not getting Amazon Prime. I don't.
Don't you already have Amazon Prime?
No, I canceled that a long time ago. I don't like Amazon as a company. Not a real fan of theirs. Don't like Jeff Bezos. But and it's just one more service that I'm just like, I'm tired of you guys just like every people who think they can make movie. Well, and they're doing okay, I guess. But
I'm hanging on Amazon because not only for Lord of the Rings, but Wheel of Time, which, by the way, got a second season, despite the fact
there's
before the first one. Yeah. Did you see that teaser about it real quick? Change the subject. With Moraine it's obviously Edmonds Field because there's being attacked. There's a troll lock in the back, right?
No.
it's just a clip like previewing it, right? And all she's doing is just standing there like magically with like in a blue glow or whatever, and then you see like the I don't know combat in the background. You see like you clearly see a Trolloc, right? Furry with horns, the whole bit.
Interesting.
And you're like,
no,
oh
I hadn't
God.
seen that.
And it wasn't until I saw that I was like, it became real for me.
Yeah.
All right, because I like who they got for Moraine.
Yeah, it's still not real for me yet.
Yeah,
but I guess when I see that, maybe.
I'm like, oh my goodness, it's a Trolloc in live action. Yeah, it's. I don't know. I don't know why I'm excited about it, but I am. I shouldn't be. I'm cautiously optimistic is where I should be, but the Trolloc kind of pushed me over.
Yeah. And here's the thing. I know we give them a bunch of crap about all the, like, oh, you're messing up the casting. And, like, well, part of the story was like, I'm like, part of the story is about, oh, yeah, Rand's, what's Rand's lineage and all that stuff. But to be honest, it was a pretty stupid part of the story. So now I've thought about it more. I'm like, I don't really care. That whole, like, everybody thinks you're Aiel. I'm just like, just say he's Aiel to me. Instead, like let's twist the story a bit and then just have his father say, just be clear in the front. Yep, sorry, I didn't tell you. We picked you up. You're one of these. Then you don't need that.
He's a literary redheaded stepchild.
Yes. Although now it's not. That won't make sense because. Yeah,
that won't make sense because
they're not all redheaded.
And the Aiel are not all redheaded. Yeah. So
I'm assuming that. So it's one of those like, it was a cool, interesting idea that they kind of like, we talk about gender swap all the time. It's a culture swap. Swap. Where they, the different races had different like cultural identities than we would identify from our world. But, they were all like, oh, hey, these are, what we would think of as like, maybe Mediterranean pirates or something like that are this race, and then what we think of as feudal Japan is actually this other race, like Scottish or whatever, I forget,
right?
But it was
races.
Yeah, the indigenous people are redheads, super tall redheads. So whatever,
right?
It doesn't really matter. But anyways, we're way off topic now.
We are. But I don't know. I'm excited about the Wheel of Time. I gotta admit.
Yeah, I'll just come to your house and watch it.
All right, so where are we at now? Oh yeah. Nerd Nugget time, guys. All right. We only got a few of these here, but let's jump into it. Well, there could be only one. Deadline is reporting that Henry Cavill, for Mission Impossible, we know who Henry Cavill is in talks to top line the cast of Lionsgate's upcoming Highlander reboot, which has Chad Stahelski, who has done John Wick Chapter 2, John Wick Chapter 3, Parabellum. He's set to direct it. So, my only gripe about this, I think it's awesome. My only gripe is he's not French.
Oh.
So, I don't know how it's going to play for me.
We need a French Scotsman. What's going on?
A French guy playing a Scotsman.
And then a Scotsman
playing a Spaniard as his companion. That's what. If without that, I don't know if it's going to be a Highlander for me.
Yeah.
So, there he is, the Phoenix himself. Matt from Absolute Geek Podcast. Guys, once again, remember, awesome. After us, be sure to check out the triumphant comeback of Absolute Geek Podcast. 7:30, nice. Guys.
Very cool.
Matt, it's good to see you. We're here. So, are we excited about this?
It's funny you say that. Like all the things. I didn't think of it. I was like, oh, yeah. We hear a lot about Highlander back and forth, and it's hard to get excited because there have been rumors of a Highlander reboot for so long. It's like, all right, whatever. But now you're getting big names attached to. I'm like, okay, and it's a different take, and it'll seem more like the TV show. and I actually hope they go that route.
Yeah.
I love the Highlander movies. I love the first one. The others were okay.
You love the Highlander movie.
Yes, and I love the show too. The show was pretty incredible. So yeah, I'm cautiously optimistic on that. I think it'd be cool if it actually comes to fruition. This could be cool.
I'm just picturing Henry Cavill with like John Wick style, like sword fight.
Yeah, well, and here's the thing is they use the term franchise. So hopefully if that is the case, they are planning from the beginning and not cobbling together this weird story that doesn't make sense and kind of has to retcon itself.
Because they didn't plan
because it wasn't planned to be a multi-part.
Yeah. Like
just kind of tack them on.
A Scotsman cast as a Spaniard, and we'll see what happens. Shoestring budget.
Yeah.
Get out there. I don't know, man. Now I'm like trying to fan cast the Kurgan. I'm off. Because John Clancy is the Kurgan. So I don't know. I'm excited about it. I can't help it. I try to be cautiously optimistic about stuff like this, right? And then I see a Trolloc, and I'm like, because I'm like, okay, I know Wheel of Time has a potential to be like fall on his face. And then I see a Trolloc live action. I'm like, oh god, I'm excited now. I hear Highlander reboot, and I'm like, okay, another Highlander thing, whatever. And then Henry Cavill, I'm like, oh.
How tall is Henry Cavill?
What? How tall is he?
Yeah.
Like 6'2" or 6'1".
Okay.
Just over 6 foot.
So maybe Batista's big enough to be.
Maybe the Kurgan.
Maybe the Kurgan and be bigger than him.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. I have to look around. I'm not sure. Oh, the Mountain.
Oh yeah. It's true.
I don't know how good an actor he is, but he would certainly be impressive in the role.
Yeah. John Clancy is still alive, but I don't know if we want
him as he might not be intimidating right now.
Right. Yeah. I love John Clancy, but I don't know if, especially standing next to Henry Cavill. Yeah.
That's funny.
Although, I don't know dubbing. No dubbing. All right, Doug. What's our next nerd nugget?
I don't know because you are on a different script than I am because I didn't have that story on mine. So I think.
Oh, you didn't? Do you have the Injustice one?
Maybe. How about the Mortal Kombat one? Is that still the one we're doing?
No, that's an old script.
All right, yeah.
What happened when you missed 3 weeks, guys? Why don't you tell us about Dave Filoni?
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, we found out some interesting information that just got posted on their website, but has actually apparently been in place for nearly a year. Dave Filoni has been promoted within Lucasfilm to not only an executive producer, but also executive creative director.
Yes.
Which apparently reports directly to Kathleen Kennedy. So he's, second tier. So he's on his way up. And he's apparently got direct involvement in most projects, if not all, that Lucasfilm does, including all the Star Wars projects. We already knew he was involved in most of the live action TV stuff, and that he's the executive producer of The Bad Batch, and the co-creator or something like that.
Yeah.
But he also will have input in the movies, possibly including Indiana Jones 5, Rogue Squadron. So,
awesome.
And even the TV series that he wasn't previously attached to, like Kenobi and Cassian Andor, he didn't really have a part in. He wasn't involved in, but now is. Yeah, so I am hoping that title also means that there's somebody steering the ship all together.
I think
like
this
the
storyboard was. They're setting up for the exit of Kathleen Kennedy.
Yeah, you got to transition authority.
I mean, just look at some of the reversals on just the Gina Carano stuff they've done, right? So, I mean, they've allowed her instead of stripping everything gone now. Right, she can actually be part of the conversation where before she couldn't even mention it, right? But her toys can happen, right?
Okay.
They can mention a character and that kind of thing. Now they've brought that back. They've also a little announcement along with this about Dave Filoni is they kind of got to shove this under the rug there with it, is that Rangers of the New Republic is no longer an active production now.
Oh, really?
So yeah, so all the things that, I mean, I think they're set. Now, I'm not saying Gina Carano's coming back to Disney. She may not want to, right? But I'm saying there may be a way for, I mean, just like there was for James Gunn, right? With Marvel, there may be a way here in the future, just because they allowed her Discovery Channel episode to air, which is one of the highest rated Discovery Channel episodes. I mean, not Discovery Channel. It was Bear Grylls channel episode with her. Mm-hmm. So after saying it wasn't going to be, they canceled it or whatever. So they're backtracking a lot from these decisions. Yeah. I think they're setting up. Just look at the amount of traction that this story got about Dave Filoni, right? It's got everybody excited. It was trending on Twitter. Like, everyone is super excited about it. So I think fans have kind of made it clear what, the direction they want Star Wars to go. Right?
Yeah.
That is true. Charlie Tango says James Gunn apologized, and she hasn't. So,
well, and what they got him on was way in the past too. Yeah. It wasn't something currently going on. So, it's why I tend to believe that even if they do open a door for her to come back, it will not be for a while.
No.
Which is why you would stop production on a show that she was supposed to be part of. You put that on the back burner to see if the environment changes so that you can bring her back. I got to honestly say, I don't care one way or the other. I liked her character fine. I don't think she's a very good actress. I'm not a big fan of Gina Carano's. I don't have anything against her.
What's going on, buddy? Got some Couch Crunchers visiting us tonight. Let's see our triumphant comeback, guys. Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Call it a comeback. We've been here. Just our first episode back, getting all the peeps. You should check out the Couch Crunchers. They're also on later tonight too, guys. But yeah, so yeah, we're kind of like the start of the nerd night. Your nerd Friday night. You come in. We kind of
No, that's after. Excited. Yeah, we're the appetizers. We're the small plates.
Max, I'm telling you. I not to put that out there, but I tend to agree with you. I think it could have been done better. I don't think it should have been done the way it was, but I don't think it's the meaning behind it was what people are saying. So yeah, exactly. It could get really spicy in here if we start going further into that. But we'll just say, man, I kind of agree with Doug. I'd like to see her back for some of these, but as long as they don't erase the character altogether, which looks like they're not now. So, so is he? See, yep. Oh, and Ben's here. Look at this. We're getting all the peeps in tonight. How you doing, Ben? Welcome. All right.
What's the next nerd nugget?
I'll say, okay, so Injustice confirmed as the next DC animated movie, along with the announcement that Batman and the Long Halloween Part 2 will be released on July 22nd or 27th, day after my birthday, on digital, and August 11th on Blu-ray.
Nice.
So, yeah, I mean, an Injustice animated, because DC, whatever you think of the movies, DC kills it in animation.
Whoever's running that should run the rest of the company.
Exactly. I agree 100% because it's
they knock it out of the park with their animated stuff.
I mean, every once in a while you'd be like, okay, nah, that was all right. But for the most part, I've never had one I'm like, okay, this sucks.
Yeah. Why'd you do that or anything?
Yeah. I mean, the closest they came, I think, was maybe the Killing Joke, but I think that's more because of such a beloved graphic novel for me. But, for the most part, high quality. So an Injustice one? Oh, come on. I'm super excited about that.
And this is where I'm kind of all right. The Snyder cut kind of brought me around to Ezra Miller's Flash. Before, I was just kind of lukewarm on him. I didn't really care that much about him. He was okay, but he wasn't great. I really wish they were doing the Flashpoint, which I think they may have. Did they do that animated? I can't remember, but that it should be animated if it hasn't been.
That's asking about we've seen Batman Harley Quinn. I don't think I saw that one. Is that any good, Matt? How was that? But a question: were you talking about Invincible? I would love to talk about Invincible. Doug has not seen it yet.
I have not. What is it on?
It's on Amazon.
Yeah, there's a bit.
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty much it. So yeah, it's it is what it is.
Ezra Miller. I mean, it's kind of like I'm not. Like I said, I'm not a huge fan of him, but I did. The Snyder Cut. I mean, it did give me a little hype. I don't know about him so much, but about that universe. And here's Matt's got back. It was a dog turd. Batman Harley Quinn. So there we go. But I will take that batting average over the DCFU batting average.
Yeah.
Right. So
yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we'll see. I'm excited. Invincible. It was great. Did you read the graphic novel, Doug?
I haven't read a graphic novel that wasn't from. I'm spacing on the company, the Eternal Warrior, and all of them. Ninjak.
Oh yeah.
If it wasn't in that universe, I have not read a graphic novel in forever.
I got it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's pretty good. And when I heard it was going to be an animated series, I was like, oh, okay, I got to check this out. And it didn't disappoint. It was amazing. Loved it. I might do a review of it coming up now that I got some free time now.
Cool.
Yeah. That's all. Someone give this man an Amazon password so he can catch up on Invincible. I agree. Doug, I gotta hook you up because you need to see that. Holy, I'm like, I had to like. James was kind of like my son was on the fence, like, man, I don't know if I want to watch it. I showed him the train scene, and after that, he sat down and like binged it further. So, crazy, but yes, okay. All right, Doug. What else we got? We got anything else?
I don't think. Let me look at my notes here. Did you want to give your impressions on the Bad Batch? We haven't had. We decided not to react to it because it just isn't that kind of show. Yeah,
it's not like.
It's not like the Marvel shows where it's like. Where it's a really contained story and each episode has a lot going on. The Bad Batch isn't like that. It's a slow burn story, so I don't think we're going to do a reaction. But I've enjoyed it so far.
Yeah, it's good. It's given us a lot of cameos of minor characters in the background.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we talk about the train episode, Matt.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, I mean, overall, yeah, I'm liking
it. Nice. Yeah. I mean, maybe, yeah, she watched somebody do something.
Although,
I don't know.
I also, there's more going on there, too, because she knew that, spoiler alert, she knew what was going on with Crosshair, and not like she knew what was going on, but she knew what was going to go on. So that was an interesting kind of little like tidbit. I was like, oh,
I'm curious.
That's cool. I'm curious. Yeah. See, I'm hoping they nail this because this is how I felt about Rey after the first movie. It was like, whoa, what's going on with this person? Why do they got these abilities? This could be something. And it's like, oh, never mind, you ruined that. So hopefully they don't do that. They don't pull a Rey on her.
Exactly.
And stick with this could be a super cool character, but it's yet to be seen. But something bad has to happen to all these people before in the next 10 to 15 years, because
I was going to say, we'll see what happens.
they weren't around although, it is a big galaxy.
Yeah.
Stuff could have been happening someplace else.
Yeah. But yeah, like Doug said, it's not as action-packed or as much going on. Like, as we're like, WandaVision or Falcon the Winter Soldier, every episode you got to discuss, right?
Right.
Every episode you're like, okay, let's discuss this. It's not so much with the Bad Batch, so we're waiting till Loki for our next round of reactions for that. So.
Which looks like it's going to be amazing. Holy crap.
Yeah.
Can't wait
for
that.
My goodness. Okay. Yeah, I mean, there's Bad Batch. I think it's a cautiously optimistic, I believe, is the term of the day.
Yeah.
That's what we're gonna go with. Okay.
Well, it's Filoni. And you know what? The first season of the Clone Wars took a little while to get going, but I trust that guy in his in what he's doing with him.
Yeah. Exactly. So Filoni we trust.
Yeah. Until he does us wrong, I don't have any.
You know what?
I don't have any reason to doubt it.
It took that. I always loved Filoni. Filoni was always great, but it took his impassionate description of the prequel, right?
Yeah.
In that behind-the-scenes video of the first season of Mandalorian, to make me realize, okay, this guy, he is my Star Wars guru, right? Yeah. Listen to the passion, and when he made episode 1 sound good.
Yeah.
And like, I didn't even think about it that way. I'm like, wow.
Yeah. That's why they call him the Padawan. There's a reason. He is soon to be the master.
Exactly. Hope. Oh, it's hope. All right, guys. Man, we got the whole cast in here. Thank you for joining us tonight, and our triumphant not a comeback. We're here. We're going to be back every Friday night, guys, kicking off your Friday Geek Night. Be sure to check out this Absolute Geek podcast after this at 7:30. And right after this, we've got the Couch Crunchers as well. So give those guys some love. They came in, show up today. Max, Matt, thank you very much. Charlie Tango.
Is Kyle still here, or he dug out? Kyle was here earlier, too.
Kyle was here earlier, yep. So make sure you guys give them some love. Check them out. Thank you all for listening to us. Now that we got the podcast download fixed, so it may show up in your, if you're subscribed, it may show up in there's 6 episodes popping in at once. Bang, 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 bang. But we got it fixed, actually getting it out there to you guys. So, and we've seen a crazy growth in subscribers on both of our channels, and we want to thank you guys for that. Really appreciate it. And the other channel I'm talking about is the Grizzled War Master, which is our gaming channel that we talk about tabletop games
mostly.
And
some RPG.
Some RPG stuff, but mostly tabletop miniature games. So be sure to go over and check out that. And if you want to support the channel outside of, giving us a thumbs up, liking, subscribing, telling your friends about us, Doug, how can they help us out?
Yeah, take a drink there, man.
I
There's 3 links in the description down below. 1 to our Teespring store, where you can get the shirts that we're wearing in the thumbnail background, some other merchandise. You can check us out on Patreon, which right now, realistically, if you're supporting us on Patreon, it's just because you like us. We have not, during the pandemic, had a chance to put a lot of additional content up there, but hopefully once things get back to normal, we will. Or you can click on that Amazon affiliate link, do your shopping through that, and we will get a small kickback. Won't cost you anything extra.
Yep. All right, guys. Thank you very much. We'll see you next Friday. Be sure to check out Couch Crunchers and Absolute Geek Podcast. We'll see you guys.